this is like technically going to be a schlong, I guess, but it's kind of a mishmash for a schlong. And it's just sort of a little montage of different angles that are being taken right now by the media. First, you're going to hear, and Nancy Mace was being interviewed by CNN, and she's still in her pink suit because this was yesterday. And the spin is kind of remarkable because this reporter, and I don't know who the interviewer is, but they're basically saying, well, yeah, I mean, Biden got out of the race, but like that's not because of mental decline. That could just be, something else. I mean, this is what they're actually doing, you guys.
I knew this was on the horizon, frankly, and people wondered whether he would step down away from being reelected. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he's not running for reelection does not actually mean that he does not have the cognitive ability. There could be mutually exclusive points.
Oh my God.
Why are you so sure that's what this means?
We've all seen his decline. We've all seen that he is now a diminished individual. What other reason would he not run for reelection? And if it weren't for his mental acuity, his cognitive decline, there's really no other option out there. And if you don't have the ability to run for reelection because of your diminished state, then who's really running the country? I think that's a fair question that the American people are sort of asking themselves. How is this even possible? I do also see it as a national security issue. Like, who is making the decisions? Joe Biden was elected, but is he really the one running the country? And I don't think the American people are buying that right now.
Well, one reason to not run for election, he has stated, essentially, and he didn't have the support, really, of the Democrats any longer.
Oh,
the donors were
God.
pulling out.
What?
There was no path forward. There were reasons given totally separate from any notion of a cognitive ability.
Nope.
And even in his letter to the American people, he did not talk about it as an issue.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the spin is remarkable, isn't it? And also, you don't get to do that, lady. Do you not understand how the country works, how processes work? I mean, this is the thing. They're reinventing the processes now. Like, we're going to go ahead and find a new process, according to Obama. That's not how it works. Y'all elected this guy. Like you said, this is going to be our guy. This is the guy that we're going to have. And then since he wasn't doing well and he did a shit job in that debate.
Uh-oh, you froze. Is it just me? Did she freeze for anybody else? Is she frozen? Are you back? Come back. Hello. Come back. Is she frozen for just me or is she there for you guys? Anybody? Okay, she is frozen.
I'm back.
There you are. Okay.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
back. Sorry. I think it's weather here. We're having weather. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad you're back. There's so much cringe that you're about to hear in this next propaganda clip happening on CNN. So we talked about this earlier in the show, that they are going to reinvent Kamala to be this person that they want her to be, that they so desperately need her to be, forgetting the fact that we've lived with her for the last 3.5 years. We know her. We're on to her, right? But now, thanks to TikTok, thanks to Gen Z, the same videos that you and I and the rest of our audience make fun of and did make fun of yesterday, like you'd think I just fell out of a coconut tree, like that, they're now using it as like this cool thing that she said. And now they're all using like coconut symbols. They're taking her old dance videos and reimagining them and like saying how cool she is and like how much she can get down. All the stuff we mock her for, they're going to turn around and use it to prop her up. This is what they're doing. And it's remarkable. This right here is what a Jumpstart trial bag looks like of Rough Greens. This is the amazing green health powder that was created by the founder of Rough Greens, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. And he is amazing when it comes to creating stuff, a premium nutritional supplement specifically for your dog to live their longest and bestest and healthiest life. This is chock full of vitamins and minerals, omega oils 3, 6, and 9, probiotics, antioxidants, digestive enzymes. It was sourced and made right here in the United States at an FDA-registered facility. Super easy to measure out. And this, you can try it for free. You just go to Rough Chicks, RUFF Chicks.com, and you'll get this free Jumpstart bag. You can see if your dog likes it. I can almost guarantee you that they will. And by the way, Jeff from Denver testimonial. He says, our old dog Jack is 15. He was suffering from lethargy and a lot of weakness in his legs. He often seemed confused and had trouble moving around, and that has all changed. He is lively, eats much more regularly, has tons of energy. He's back to playing with other dogs and us. We hope this lasts for many more years. It's been a miracle. So that is just one of many testimonials. Dogs, try it. Roughchicks.com. Here's one of the things that's happening on TikTok right now, according to this panel, and it has to do with a singer, Charlie XCX. I think I'm saying that right. Here they are.
For the record, I was tipped off about this, what I'm about to share with our voters, our viewers rather, by my 16-year-old
Our voters.
daughter,
Who
is an actual member of Gen Z. Kamala Harris appears to be leaning into this. The singer, Charlie XCX, tweeted last night, Kamala is Brat. And this is in reference to her album. It's called Brat. Kamala has branded her Kamala HQ Twitter page with the same aesthetic of the album. That's another Gen Z word, aesthetic. It's even becoming a trend on TikTok. Special Gen Z correspondent Jamie, what can you tell us about it?
So first of all, just for my producer Elizabeth Stewart, who will spit out her coffee as I say this, I am supposed to say that's Brat. And for those who are not in the know the way I am, that is a cool thing. It has a color. Chartreuse is the color, and Kamala Harris has adopted that for whatever social media page that is. But I have brought some notes because I knew you would want a definition. Okay, here we go. Charlie XCX, who I do know, quote, Brat, you're just that girl who is a little messy and likes to party and maybe says some dumb things sometimes, end quote.
So it's the idea that we're all kind of Brat and Vice President Harris is Brat? I don't know if you're Brat.
I think you aspire to be Brat.
Right.
Jake. You don't just become Brat.
Oh, okay.
You have to try.
You can work at it.
I will aspire to be Brat.
This is real, you guys.
Do you remember when people had to be serious and like accomplished and smart to run the country? Do you guys remember that?
Good times.
I'm old enough to remember when that was the case. And now you have to, you're in a PR machine, and it's singers, artists on TikTok that are like able to PR you catapult you into the presidency. This is because you're something called Brat. I'm sorry, but WT is going on.
It's happening though, and TikTok, as we know, is a pretty powerful platform. This tweet says, if you're not on TikTok, you're missing just how amped the youths are about Harris. It is a pretty monumental energy shift. This is the kind of stuff that we would love to just be able to like poo-poo, but that we really need to be paying attention to and taking seriously.
Yeah. Where have we seen this before, Ma? Tell me where we've seen this before.
Oh my God. I mean, this is what we always see with Democrats. We always see them do this with all their candidates. It's the cool factor. This is what they do. I mean, this is like clockwork every time. You know what I mean? She had a horrible approval rating. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next week or so, but she had a horrible approval rating, and now she's going to be skyrocketing in approval. I'm sure of it. And here is Van Jones to talk about the exact same thing.
That's hard to quantify, because what's happening on TikTok right now is extraordinary. All the things that were cringy about Kamala, her laugh, the coconut tree comment, being unburdened by all those weird things she said, she's gone from cringe to cool in 24 hours, as a whole generation has taken all that content and remixed it in all these incredible TikTok videos. So they worked very hard to attract black men into the Republican Party. They worked very hard to attract Latin men into the Republican Party. And they were getting a little bit of momentum there. There were a lot of black men who were saying, no, the Democrats don't do anything for us, and Biden's weak, and they're starting to look over there at the Republican Party. You start insulting black women, you're going to see something you haven't seen before. Black men are not going to put up with that. I want to send a warning, as clear as I can. I was on a phone call with 20,000 black men. The word protect came up about 1,000 times. Protect this sister. protect this sister. We're going to protect her. Protect her. You're about to see something you haven't seen before. Look, people messed around with Hillary Clinton and said a bunch of mean stuff to her. Black men set that out. We won't set this out.